Hello twin flames, welcome to my channel and welcome to your daily energy check-in. Without further ado, let's jump straight in. This is going to be a very straightforward one, our usual spread. So let's see what's going on with each of the twin collectives. There will be one additional question, what we need to know, and then at the end I'll pull some messages in love for each of the twin counterparts. And we will start with a quick oracle message from Monology deck. So let's see what we got. I just realized that I'm very close to this candle and don't know how far I want to go with this. I hope you guys are doing great. We are almost at the time of the winter solstice. I may have a surprise for you actually, but I'm not gonna say what it is because I'm still considering. But there may be a surprise reading for you tomorrow. I'm gonna say that much. All right, of course, remember, if you like my videos, it's very important to share, a like, and to subscribe, of course, especially now since I'm so close to 1,000 subscribers. This would be a great milestone to celebrate and would give me extra encouragement to keep doing these readings. Otherwise, there's a good chance that I'm gonna go back to just doing maybe a couple a week because it's just not worth it. All right. Basically, with your likes and subscriptions and comments, you're showing me whether this content is needed, whether you want to hear these messages. There we go. Okay, feminines, you've got the gibbous moon. You're very close to achieving your goal. Some exciting energy. So don't give up. To me, this sounds like a 9 of Wands kind of vibe. You're very, very close, and you may be getting cold feet. You may be feeling tired, but just stick with it a little bit longer. You're almost there, and all your efforts are going to be rewarded. All your hard work is going to pay off. And even where you were thinking that maybe you were treated unfairly or someone let you down and you're still not over it, you'll see what was the whole point, you know, what was the point in the bigger picture. Masculines, you've got new moon in Sagittarius. Luck is on your side. Yeah, we are about to say goodbye to Sagittarius season, but just before the sun moves to Capricorn, it's giving you an extra nod, an extra wink, and as long as you believe in your good luck, that's what I'm gonna add to this. You know, it's yours. I don't know, I think it was in a Harry Potter movie. It could be the 5th one, either the 5th or the 6th movie. I think the 6th actually. Yes, I think it's the 6th one, the Half-Blood Prince, is when they make the luck potion. Forgot what was the original name of it, but that was the meaning, right? Like, if you drink it, you'll have like all the luck in the world for the next 12 hours or so until it wears off. And then there was a point when I think Harry is giving it to Ron to drink, and it actually wasn't a potion, but because Ron was thinking that it was, he had a lot of luck, right? So yeah, it is a little bit of a placebo effect in that case, yes. In this case, you know. But that's the magic of manifestation moments. People think that it's something extraordinary, it's something out of this world, but that's a lot of times how it works. When your mind is telling you like there's no proof, like you don't know that, there is da-da-da-da-da-da and all this facts and all this arguments to why I apologize, why you know, it's just in your imagination. But the imagination is what creates the reality, if you think about it. But it needs to be in the point where you really believe it, and that's the part that is not easy to achieve, at least when you are getting started with your manifestation journey. Okay, let's continue with tarot. Bottom of the deck is 8 of Pentacles. You know what? I'm actually hearing that at this point, it's like, especially because she's, it looks like she's embroidering. So to me, it feels like this is like you've done the hard work. Now there are some embellishments that you can add. I remember my tango teacher used to call that like different, you know, nuances of what that you can add as a decoration to the main move in a dance. I just love that name. And at that time, I really felt like embellishments were like the most important thing, and I felt insecure that I didn't know many of them. But anyway, you know, you've done the hard part. Now it's basically to savor and to kind of bear the fruit, enjoy the fruits of your labor, right? And also you can add some finishing touches, right? Like you maybe can add something extra just because you're not in the midst of that conveyor belt of that hustle of create. Now you can just step back and be like, you know what, maybe I'll add a little bit here, maybe I'll also do a little bit here. But it's not like hard work, and it's not like you need to do anything else. This is enough. I'm actually even getting this message for myself in the context of the videos that I'm creating. Look at that, the sun with both twins. This is the After Tarot deck that I'm using for clarifications. Right? Happiness is here. Enjoy it. Enjoy this moment. Don't let the brain trick you into thinking that if it doesn't look exactly the way you planned or the way your subconscious saw it coming, right, that it's not real or it's not the fulfillment of the dream, right? Give it a chance. Give your reality a chance. Feminine, your energy is the Queen of Wands clarified by Ace of Cups. Beautiful cards. You're stepping into that light work yourself. It is a little bit connected with the witchcraft, with that side, right? It's the medicine woman as well. It's the shamanic energy. So if you're a healer, you have some kind of healing modality that calls to you, then step into it. It will definitely help you also have a deeper connection to your heart and exercise more of unconditional love towards yourself and towards, you know, people around you, especially, of course, people close to you. Right? It's like this next level magic that you're embracing. And I already spoke about it enough, but and that was, by the way, a message for both twins. But for the feminines, yeah, it's some kind of shamanic practice or healing practice that's of a great value right now. And again, it doesn't have to require a lot of work. It doesn't have to be unpleasant, you know? It's just more like it's supposed to be your vibe, you know? What is it that you want to do right now in terms of healing for yourself or for the humanity? We are in winter solstice after all, so it's like the opportunity presents itself. Wow, for the masculines, we have 3 of Wands clarified by 3 of Wands. So the masculines are receiving their answers. They are like, to me, this is very much connected with that love card that we just saw, because this is, you know, this is the time when, again, it's like receiving what you have asked for, and the masculines have shown serious intention. They have shown that this is important to them, and now it's a little bit of a waiting time. But if that's where you are, masculines, if you're not seeing the results yet, then don't let it be like don't just sit and wait and watch it. Don't watch the water boil, you know, they say. Change your focus to something else, and this will evolve in the background, and you'll be able to receive sooner rather than that you are fixated on it. And okay, I don't want to make this reading too long, but that's one of the ways that you can push away your dream reality and whatever you're trying to manifest. Works with everything, including twin flame connection. I'm sure you've heard that before. Additional question for today. Queen of Swords clarified by 7 of Pentacles in reverse. Living in the now, that's what I'm hearing, right? Like what's true in the current moment matters. The way that you see things in the current moment matters the most. It's not about giving, you know, people around you 100 chances to prove themselves, or it's not about planning for the very long term, right? It's like, okay, what do I have in front of me? How much of it represents my values, my feelings and emotions, you know, and what I'm trying to build in this life, very honestly. Like, without, you know, planting seeds and waiting more, like right now, show me the picture right now, what's going on. For feminines, the way it manifests is 5 of Wands and Knight of Pentacles in reverse. So you may be actually rushing to, or trying to control the reality, right? Like, okay, this doesn't work for me, this doesn't work for me. So you may want to try to change it, but be careful with that. Make sure, I'm not saying don't do it, but I'm saying first focus on the, first try to understand whether it's some kind of external pressure that you're feeling and that's why you're pushing it forward, or it really reflects your inner truth, right? That's where Queen of Swords steps in. For masculines, we have Ace of Swords and Strength. I mean, seriously, this is like the mic drop moment. Courage to stay in your truth, masculines, to speak your truth more than anything else, right? This is going to be important. Are you, the way you communicate with others, is this really how you feel? Is this really what you think? Or you're succumb to a temptation to go a certain way because of what these people expect or because of what society dictates, right? There's courage in being true to self. And it's not about being rude. It's not about being angry, but it is about sharing, like, these are my boundaries, or these are my values, or, you know, this is what I want, this is what I don't want. And, you know, up to you if you want to participate, but, you know, this is my world, right? I'm not gonna just step on it just because this is what somebody else expects. Okay, let's get to the messages in love for Divine Feminines, first of all. We got the Mirror and the Mask. Mirroring each other, self-image, relationships reflect our wounds, introspection. Yeah, so some kind of introspection. And I feel like that healing practice that I was talking about at the beginning will really help you with it, because we usually apply it to certain hurts, right? And that's when you will see how, and of course, a lot of times hurts come from external circumstances, other people, right? Situations that we have no control of. But the trick is, once you're looking at them, just see how it reflects the current energy, or what is it trying to show you, right? It's some kind of a mirror, especially if it's around relationships, since we are talking about love here. And then we have the Mask. So a mask is pretty straightforward, I think, and that definitely speaks to that point of truth and that Queen of Swords, right? Like, again, be honest with yourself where you've been wearing a mask for one reason or another. And I'll give you an example even from my life. I like to think that I don't wear masks at this time, of course. My ego likes to think that, but I still do. And there are situations where I'm thinking, well, I did speak my truth to the person, even if it ended up, you know, as an argument and we basically parted ways. But if it took me like a good amount of time to do that, if it meant that I was actually struggling at first while I was still complying, while I wasn't brave enough, while I wasn't honest enough, authentic enough, it lasted for a while until it bubbled up, and then it blew up in my face and in their face. And then I was like, you know what? I'm out. Not doing this anymore, right? But I could have saved myself so much time and energy and nerves if I said that at the beginning, right? So there's still room for improvement there. And where I was wearing a mask for a while, but at some point I'm like, like sometimes I could agree to wear a mask if it's like not too thick, you know, like I could still breathe, or, you know, like see around using the mask metaphor. But at some point I still realized that I don't even want this version of the mask. I don't want any of it. Okay, for the masculines, we have the golden mirror and keys on the ring. I didn't even know this has two different kinds of mirrors here. Self-absorbed, one-sided relationship, life bombing. Yeah, so this is, the golden mirror has a heart in it. This is like egotistic, egocentric energy. And then we have keys on the ring, many options, unconventional, string along, one night stand. So there could have been, or there could be even now, relationship in your life, divine masculines, where you are being taken advantage of. Either you're being taken advantage of because somebody else is love bombing you and they're singing their sweet tune, but you deep down you know it's not real, even at this stage in the relationship. Or it's you being entitled and thinking that, oh, you deserve so much in love, in life and in love, and you know it needs to come to a certain standard, and you're like telling the person what the standards are, but not out of love and respect, but more of like out of the ego, like this how, and not even necessarily like putting down the person or telling them what's wrong with them, but just like the dynamic, the relationship, right? Like we're supposed to live this kind of life, right? This is how we're supposed to spend time. These are the people that we want to be friends with, right? Like sometimes egotistic energy, like it comes in different colors and shapes, right? So pay attention to that. There's definitely some kind of a cycle that you either allow to still happen, you know, from somebody else, or it's something that you are actually imposing on another person, and it's time to let go of it. And then, of course, if you truly, authentically believe, because remember that was for both twins, if you authentically believe that those values, you know, relationships, that lifestyle is super important to you, and you're speaking out of place of courage, and remember, courage is about connection to your heart, then, you know, maybe just let that person go if it's a struggle for them, if it's a big deal, if, you know, it comes at a price. Just be realistic and mindful of their side, you know, of their space, their boundaries, their feelings. Okay, I'm gonna leave it here. Thank you so much for joining me today, guys. I love you all. Just don't forget to like the video and subscribe to my channel. And until next time,